Today's Morning Minute. Do you have the has? For whoever, and this is Matthew 25, verse 29. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. Matthew 25, 29. Do you have the has? What is the has? Why did Jesus speak in parables? The answer to this question will reveal what is the has. And in Matthew 13, verses 10 through 13, what we read is that then the disciples came to him, Jesus, and asked, "Why do you speak to the crowds in parables?" Jesus replied to them, "To you it has been granted to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been granted." Here we go. For whoever has, and this is in the Amplified Version, for whoever has spiritual wisdom because he is receptive to God's word, to him more will be given, and he will be richly and abundantly supplied. But whoever does not have spiritual wisdom because he has devalued God's word, even what he has will be taken from him. This is the reason I speak to the crowds in parables, because while having the power of seeing, they do not see. Let me read that again. Because while having the power of seeing, they do not see. That's with spiritual eyes. And while having the power of hearing, they do not hear, nor do they understand and grasp what? Spiritual things. That's Matthew 13, 10 through 13. Jesus used parables to teach about his kingdom. Has is spiritual wisdom. Then Jesus said to them, if you can't understand the meaning of this parable, how will you understand all the other parables? That's Mark 4, verse 13. Without spiritual wisdom, the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven will stay locked. King Solomon unlocked the kingdom principle. And when in 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verses 10 through 12, King Solomon, he said, "Give me wisdom and knowledge that I may lead this people who is able to govern this great people of yours." God said to Solomon, "Since this is your heart's desire, that you have not asked for wealth, possessions, or honor, nor for the death of your enemies, and since you have not asked for a long life, but for wisdom and knowledge to govern my people over whom I have made you king, therefore wisdom and knowledge will be given to you. And I'll also give you wealth and possessions and honor, such as no king has before ever had, and none after you will have." And in Matthew 7, verses 24 through 27, the Amplified. Again, "So everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man, a far-sighted, practical, and sensible man, who builds his house on the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods and torrents came, and the winds blew and slammed against the house. Yet it did not fall, because it was founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice will be like a foolish, stupid man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell, and the floods and torrents came, and the winds blew and slammed against his house. And it fell, and great and complete was its fall." The has is putting into practice the wisdom found coming from God's word. Go today, hear and see with God's spiritual eyes, and have the wisdom of God to speak truth into other people's lives.